Alright, YouTubers, it's Sky Masters here. What you guys doing? I'm running over my feet and shit. Hey man, I just got the, it's the YouTube questionnaire. And do you think that we're doing a good job? How can we help you guys find stuff? Yeah, man, I got on there and I wrote me a long little letter about their new policies. Well, actually, about how their policies have gone downhill the whole time, man. Super upset. I am super upset with YouTube. I'm not just YouTube, but all the other companies that are dictating 80% of the social interactions out there in the whole world with political agendas, man. I'm down the middle. I don't give a fuck who you voted for, man. It's just like everybody else's personal shit. I don't really fucking care. And I don't think it needs to be influencing all of our social media under the rule of protecting small YouTube people. I am the one channel that probably would like the no thumbs down button because of the procedural traveler coming over here and having everybody thumbs down my videos because his dumbass can't read a description, and his fans either. I don't really care. I think that's fine. It's a very important thing to have in there, and I don't care that procedural traveler and his buddies came over here and thumbs down my video. That is 2 seconds a piece for each thumbs down. Some of my biggest fans came out from his dumbass. A lot of people think that my channel is going down because of him too. Like, I could say whatever I want about his dumbass and his inability to read. He is not the person that had my channel under review. It was the LGBT community. Surprise, surprise! Wow! It wasn't PT, it was the LGBTQ-BLT sandwich that I got myself in. And let me tell you a little history about me. I used to work at the Bottom Line in Fort Myers, Florida, and I DJ'd for a show, for a cross-dressing show, and it was really cool. Miss Vanessa was a wonderful black lady that I was good friends with there. Ran that show, and I DJ'd and made a lot of money. It was a very cool party. It was a great time. It was very cool. So I'm in a little bit, I rub elbows with the LGBT community slightly. I've got a little bit of respect for them, so it's not like I'm homophobic or something. But they came over here and really, they almost got me. And it's really funny because if I didn't have a clip-it snippet of a chick with a Holland accent talking about Holland dikes, which are they're blockages for waterways. Okay, they would have had my channel taken down, or I don't know, whatever. I don't really care. Whatever happens with YouTube being your partner. Partner. Such a funny fucking word for something like that. I mean, really, they line up. They're pretty much your pimp. They're gonna line up 1,000 people and give you $3 for performing fellatio on them. That sounds like a pimp to me. And it's cool if you're already in it and you're doing it. But if you're plugging away at it and you're just getting monetized and stuff like that, I suggest just turn the other way, man, and put your efforts into something else. I mean, if you put that much, I know how much effort it is to make a video, at least a good one. Some people could just make some garbage videos, and that's why they're not doing good. I'm a gamer. But I would suggest putting your efforts into something else. You can make if you put that much effort into what you're pouring into this crap, you'll go make a lot of money somewhere, and I guarantee that. Unless you just have no people skills or no talking skills, or you just can't sell yourself, or you're just probably not as good as you think you are. Maybe. So, yeah, that's my thing, man. I got that YouTube thing in the mail, and then I wanted to talk here, about everything and just the channel and the whole everything, man. Just the whole world going crazy. The whole world is going crazy. It's all lies. Everything is a lie. Everything that's trickling down. And like all these companies are stifling freedom of speech all for one agenda, and it's all out of California, and it's all political. And it's all crumbling over here in America. We all see that it's just fucking lies. Critical thinking is being stifled and killed off, which is just terrible. It's absolutely terrible. Critical thinking. It's just terrible. I don't know. And then standards. Let's go back to the LGBT community for a minute. And I mean, this is a fucking tough topic here, and I'm going into the danger zone, but I'm gonna tread into the waters because, well, one, I fuck YouTube and their policies. And let me just talk about the LGBT community here for a second. Listen, first of all, I love you guys that have sensible brains and stuff like that. I have a lot of LGBT community people that I'm very good friends with, and they don't all think like this. They're not all brainwashed, but for the majority in this thinking about this movement and how the a good movement like that, and especially even with like the Black Lives Matter, I feel like you guys are being used as tools probably by some rich white guy. I'd imagine. Probably owns YouTube and all the other companies, is using you guys as pawns, taking like victimness and taking their agenda and forming it to your victimhood to get you to back up something to push their agenda, and you're being used as tools. And you don't even sound good because the LGBT community, I think I'm not going to speak for them all, but I think 80%, 90% of the LGBT community probably dislikes Christianity, right? That's what's been stifling them. They can't get married and they don't get looked at as equals. And those are all fine clauses. That's fine. I don't think anybody should be shunned out for whatever the hell it is that they want to do. As long as you're keeping it. Let me iterate on that for a second. You could do what you want to do, but don't make it public. And when I say that, I'm talking about straight people too. I don't want to see your marriage couples or whatever else kissing on the side of a bus. I don't want to see straight sex anywhere, just as much as I don't want to see the LGBTQ sexual preferences paraded anywhere. All of it shouldn't be out there. We shouldn't see any of it, and our little kids shouldn't be learning any of it. Duality is a thing, though. They don't need to learn penises and vaginas, but light and dark and everything else, and then everything else kind of just falls into place because, well, duality is just out there. I'm sorry, it just makes sense. If you want to argue that against me, then you're not gonna. You're just gonna be talking just a bunch of baloney and regurgitating garbage, and probably put words in my mouth to win your argument. And I just don't talk to people like that. So, going back to that, you're just like the Christianity, man. Like, except for you guys have an infinite amount of denominations. Like, Christianity can't even get along with itself. They have what? It's like 46,000 denominations. At least there's a number on it, At least they have a number of how disgruntled they can't get along with each other. You guys have fucking an infinite amount of choices, an infinite standard. Think about that for a minute. An infinite standard. What's the standard? It's infinite. Well, that's going to confuse a lot of people and make a lot of people think that they made the wrong choices. But if you have too many choices in life, you dwell on if you made the right choices or not. And some things don't need to be that complicated. I get it. Sex is a definitely complicated thing. And it goes all over the place, and there's a huge spectrum on it. I get that. And there's nothing wrong about, you're the universe learning about itself. And that's fine, but there's there's standards and there's things that evolution standards. I like the one guy. He says, I have a friend, and I do actually have a friend that has an extra finger. He has 6 fingers. Now we don't fucking go around. That's not a standard though. We can't go changing the books saying well, you could be born with all kinds of different fingers. And I'm sure there's all kinds of, if you go through history, there's probably all kinds of different weird appendages that have come out of people. But that's not a standard and it's not normal. And we don't go around going like, hey, so let's teach people like, well, you could have an infinite amount of appendages, And then not only that, let's take it even further. Let's get mad and fire and ban the glove company that won't hire the guy with 6 fingers. How ridiculous does that sound? Sounds pretty ridiculous, right? I think it's almost like an analogy for kind of what's happening, I think. It's just sort of weird. Rights for everybody, yes. Standards that are in duality, yes. I don't know. The political garbage and everything else, I have no idea. I don't know. I'm right down the middle. I stay in the middle. I know that there needs to be evil, and I know that there needs to be light. There needs to be almost an equal amount of it all. Seriously, you gotta have necessary evils. There's nothing to contrast on. If there wasn't no night, there would nothing be. There'd only be day, and you wouldn't know how good it was. And if there's only good, then that's all you would ever have. You would never experience bad, and it would only be good, and that would get bland after a while, right? Would life have any meaning? Probably wouldn't. I don't know. Not to me. It would get very bland, and you would probably be bored with it, and you would probably want to experience death just to experience something, right? Okay. So let's move on after that. I love you guys, and I don't know where the channel's going, but it ain't going far. No, because I don't want to be I don't want to be a partner with the platform. Now we are going to be porting all my videos over somewhere else. Now I am porting a whole bunch of videos into the channel as we speak. Right now I have 5 years of a backlog, and I hit the record button on almost everything. I have terabytes and terabytes and terabytes and terabytes of footage. So this is all going to be poured out here over the next few months. It's going to take me months to probably upload all this. This is thousands of videos. Like for you, all you other content creators out there, I'm about to bury you guys in No Man's Sky videos. Bury you. Bury you. Did I say bury you? I'm going to bury you guys in No Man's Sky content because I don't know. I mean, I know you guys live stream and stuff, but I don't know if there's probably somebody that has you know, I got a 4 terabyte drive there, and I've got some others down in my little drawer thingy here just filled up. So you tell me, man. I'm going to put those out. I'm not going to put a lot of effort into the editing and cutting anymore, or trying to make. I'll do some little cool videos and things like that, but not pouring a whole lot of effort into it. And I'm actually going to start pouring a lot of effort into getting you guys to come over either to my Hub private server, or we're going to just pour it on over to Rumble or whatever else. I'm kind of waiting until January to see what's going on with this Truth Social network. Not that I'm a big Trump fan or anything, but if someone comes out with an open platform, social media thing that's an alternative to all these garbage fucking companies out of California, then I'm going to jump right on that, man. There needs a lot of people that are doing this. I think a lot of people are ready for this, and we're just invested so much time into these platforms over the last couple of years that you feel stuck with them, especially if you're running ads. But think about it, you have to run ads on a channel that puts ads out to the people that you've already spent a lot of time in gathering on your group. That's fucking bullshit, horseshit stuff. I gotta pay you money to show stuff to people that are already following me? All the platforms. I don't need them. I make money. Obviously, I'm doing fucking fairly well, and I don't need a YouTube partner to help me make my fucking money, man. I make it locally right here. I just did a concert, really cool concert, man. Cellos, flutes. I would like to like share it with you guys, but I don't want to mix. I don't want to mix bullshit. I don't want to mix certain platforms to other platforms because I'm scared that if something happens here, then that might trail over to the other platform that I'm on, and then all of a sudden, you know, like I do the Sky Masters thing. I made the Holland Dike joke, which is a water blockage way in Holland. It blocks the water. You know, I make some kind of like slip like that, and all of a sudden my channel's gone, and all the hard work is gone because of something fucking stupid and silly, dude. That's out of context. So, you know what I like to do? I have, you know, let me tell you something else too. And I just, you know, go ahead and report me on this because, you know, fuck you guys. I like to have a lot of burner accounts, man. I have so many different YouTube accounts. I have YouTube accounts that are on laptops that are hidden by libraries. So they're not even associated with me. That's how crazy I am. And I make fake profiles for Facebook and stuff like that. And I go in and enforce their rules strictly on very popular profiles and very large groups. And I report people that don't use their correct names. And I report people that have keywords, more than one keyword in a sentence that's way out of context. Or the people that are fighting, especially the leftists. They're easy to do. But, you know, and YouTube's not going to give you a fair trial. They see 2 keywords in those posts, and they swipe you down. You're cut for 3 days or longer. So, yeah, like Sky Masters, why would you do that? Well, because it's ridiculous. It's a ridiculous rule. It's a ridiculous platform. Use those ridiculous rules to show everybody how ridiculous they are and how they don't actually work. Just like YouTube's thumbs down video. I'm trying to go on to learn how to mod something, and I watched 3 crappy videos that had all high thumbs ups, but it's garbage. You know what? People are fucking idiots to trust thumbs up, because people will thumbs up something that just has a lot of cool editing and snippets, and the value of the message is garbage. And the guy that has the good value in his message made a poor video, and everybody thumbs down it because it didn't have a lot of cool editing, or it was in 720. But what the guy said, and he gave you some key elements on fixing your car or whatever it was you're doing, cooking something, gave you that one key piece that was missing out of all those other videos with all the thumbs ups. You know, all thumbs up, more thumbs up. Oi, thumbs up! Oi, it's so good! It's good, trust me! Fuck out of here, man. I love you guys, man. I hate the establishment. I hate where we're coming to. I put a lot of effort into Google over the last 10 years, and I'm de-Googlingifying myself. I'm just going through all my passwords, changing everything, and not saving them to Google. I've taken everything off my phone. I closed out Twitter accounts. I'm done with Facebook. I mean, I am on there because of my groups. I want to erase my original one, but I can't because I think I'll lose some stuff. But I don't post on there or anything. It's been October last year since I posted, and I don't fuck it. Sky Masters thing is just a burner account. I don't care. I've got 4 or 5 of them. I'm just suggested I was expecting to already be blasted off of that account already. I'm surprised it's still up and running, but I'm ready for it, and I have plenty of other ones, just like this YouTube channel. There's other ones too. I've got some things I'm already uploading to some other channels just in case. And then, like I said, we're going to be porting over to Rumble, and I've got my own private server coming up. It's a hub, and you're going to sign in. I don't know how it's going to look. We're gonna check that out. I'm probably going to do some videos on the open source and setting up the hub, because it's a pretty interesting thing, and I think that a lot of us should be getting into that. We've been talking about getting into some open source knowledge pool videos, and maybe a whole section on that. I think that is going to be a prudent idea for us in the future to get away from these companies that are stifling us for this one little crappy world order agenda. I mean, I don't know, man. What do you do? What if you could go sit in that meeting of the Bilderberg group or whatever? Would you want to? I mean, you're going to sit there and talk about controlling 7 billion people, and they're all idiots. I can't sit there and say, like, if I was on that table, that I would sit down and go, okay, we got a whole bunch of, let's care about these 7 billion idiots. We got to do something really cool for them. I'd probably be pretty mean, too. I don't know what their agenda is. Is it really for the best? I don't know, man. I just think that Mother Nature needs to do it. I'd rather God or whatever you believe in, Buddha, Allah, or just Mother Nature, the duality. You know, like things are getting a little bit too far to this side. Send an asteroid down. Let's have an extinction bottleneck one more time. And dwindle down the Earth population back down to, you know, under 1 million. 1 million maybe? I don't know. What's a large number? 1 billion. Let's go back down to 1 billion. No, let's go down to 1 million. Now let's really take it down, and let's have like a fallout too, like so we can like test the people that do live. Like you have to make sure that you were smart to live through this fallout, and it was nothing but like fit people that could run, and they were smart, and they figured out some problems, and only 1 million of them survived, and those are the people that get to carry on the human gene pool. Now that would be justice. That's justice, man. An asteroid coming down and hitting us and taking us out. That's justice. Sounds grim, but I mean, I call it a beautiful tragedy, man. I lived in Florida for the longest time, and Hurricane Charlie's came. I was there for Katrina. I volunteered in Louisiana and Waveland, Mississippi. We made New Waveland Cafe, and we set up down there at Washington Park and New Orleans. I was tripping on LSD and handing out water with all the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers. That was a great, crazy, sad, I don't know, one of the weirdest moments in my life that I've ever seen. Death and destruction and holding hands with thousands of people and chanting at the same time. I mean, that was one of the most beautiful moments in the middle of the worst tragedies I've ever seen. That is some crazy thing to say and just to experience right there. On that note, man, that's a beautiful thing. Beautiful tragedies, man. They're out there. They happen, and you can find some beauty in anything. I believe so. I love you guys, man. Count your blessings. Like I said, no matter what your religion is or whatever it is, you've got blessings. I don't know. I don't care where you think they come from. Count them. And try to find some to count anyway. Yeah, even if you think you're sitting there sad and you think there's nothing to count, and you're watching this video, that's one right there. Or it's not. Or that might be the opposite of a blessing. But anyway, man, I love you guys. Eat your peas, call your mom. Go tell somebody you love them. Have a hard conversation. I love you guys. Bye.